Dust. Richard Sterling's eyes zeroed in on it like a heat-seeking missile. Luxury hotel suite. More like a biohazard zone. He froze, air seizing in his lungs. Unbelievable, he hissed, snatching the phone. Manager, this room is a disgrace. Dust. Everywhere. I expect immediate action. A strangled gasp came through the line. Mr. Sterling, we apologize. A mistake? Mistake? He'd seen dust bunnies the size of small rodents. A muffled sound, like someone being gagged, was the manager's reply. Within minutes, panic rippled through the hotel staff. The emergency? Mia Rodriguez, armed with a mop, a rag, and the world-weariest expression, was dispatched to Suite 502. Lion's Den. That's what it felt like. Richard Sterling wasn't a man, he was a monument carved from ice, a CEO who made Gordon Gekko look like a teddy bear. Mia just wanted to survive her shift. Excuse me, sir. Housekeeping. She stopped dead. Good Lord. Unfair. How could anyone be so devastatingly handsome and so infuriatingly grumpy? Richard stared at her like she was a newly discovered life form. 5 minutes. Don't screw this up. 5 minutes? Was he expecting miracles? Mia clenched her jaw, resisting the urge to use the mop for something other than cleaning. Ninja mode activated. She moved, a blur of controlled efficiency. Dust vanished. Surfaces gleamed. Almost done. Disaster. Reaching for a high corner, her arm grazed his. Silence. Richard went rigid. Air seemed to vanish. Mia blinked. Oops. Sorry. Richard didn't answer. He was staring at his arm, like it had sprouted a third head, then a strangled whisper. You touched me. Mia frowned. Yeah? Need some hand sanitizer? I'm allergic to women. Mia's eyes widened. Allergic? Like peanuts? Bees? Rare condition. Women touch me, I break out in hives, body shuts down. Mia bit back a laugh. Ambulance or exorcist? Your call. Richard was hyperventilating, waiting for the apocalypse to begin. Redness, wheezing, dramatic collapse, nothing. He stared at his arm, smooth, untouched, not even a twitch. This can't be right, he muttered, stunned. Mia couldn't hold it in anymore. A snort escaped, then another. Laughter bubbled up. Wow, am I like your antidote? The Mia Cine? Don't joke. This is serious, Richard snapped. Serious? How do you even fly? Flight attendants are, mostly women. Do you spontaneously combust? Usually, yes. But you... He pointed, accusingly. You touched me. Nothing. Mia sighed dramatically. Soulmates, it's always the janitor. Richard ignored her. Answers. He needed science, biology, something logical. He made a snap decision. You're working for me. Mia blinked. Excuse me? Personal employee. I'm studying this. You're the phenomenon. She stared at him like he'd suggested they relocate to Mars. Hold on. You can't just hire me. Yes, I can. Who gave you that right? My bank account. Mia took a deep, calming breath. Right. Billionaires. Forgot they think money buys everything. Correction, it does. Are you kidding? I'm not a lab rat. Richard shrugged. New job title, lab assistant. Pays better. Mia crossed her arms. And if I say no? Double your salary. Triple. Lifetime health insurance. 6-figure bonus. Where do I sign? Mia said deadpan. Richard smirked, satisfied. Excellent. Mia pointed a finger at him. But I'm not a trained seal. Or puppy. Puppies obey. Mia's eyes widened. Terrible human being. You're hired. She rubbed her forehead, exhausted. Dust. She'd walked in for dust. Now she was employed by the most impossible man in New York. This is insane, she murmured. Richard, iceberg-like, remained unmoved. Reality bites. You can't just kidnap me from my job. Burgers are easier to deal with, Mia spluttered, speechless. Suited up robot. Richard held up a hand. Speech over. New job. Congratulations. I didn't ask for this job or to be allergic to women. Life's unfair, Richard stated flatly. Mia narrowed her eyes. Decency allergy too, maybe? Hard to find any. Richard ignored her. Contract starts now, exclusively for me. Still no. Service time bonus, still no. Health insurance, dental, free teeth whitening. Mia raised an eyebrow. Free teeth whitening? And paid massages, spa or work. She huffed. Fine. White teeth are tempting. Richard smiled, triumphant. Great choice. But, Mia pointed, one condition? Negotiating already? Richard sighed. Personal assistant, decent human being, no freakouts, no yelling, and for the love of all that's holy, no panic attacks if I accidentally breathe in your general direction. Richard raised an eyebrow. Medical issue? Medical drama queen, relax. Billionaire, don't relax. Cleaner, no drama, even? Richard studied her, a long, assessing look. Deal. Great. Now leave. What? Workday's over? Go home. Mia huffed, grabbed her bucket, and headed for the door. Turning back, she gave him a final look. Congratulations, boss. You just hired the only person on Earth who can stand you. Richard shrugged. Don't kill me during work hours. We're good. And that's how Mia Rodriguez, cleaner extraordinaire, became personal assistant to Richard Sterling, neurotic billionaire. She had no clue what she'd signed up for. Mr. Sterling, coffee's ready. Next day, cold coffee shower, Mia's first day. Glorious realization. She was not ready for Richard Sterling, and vice versa. What is this? Richard roared, staring at the coffee soaking his mahogany desk. Mia, arms crossed, beamed, serving coffee like an assistant should. Cold coffee. Richard's voice was dangerously low. Mia frowned at the cup. Oh, right. Formal apology? Notarized certificate? Richard massaged his temples, breathing deeply, like restraining a primal scream. Patience. Limits. Don't have patience for fuss either, he glared. Billionaire, empire, coffee, hot, not lukewarm, not cold, hot. Former cleaner, pay bills, respect demanded, Mia retorted. Richard narrowed his eyes. Respect, earned. Hot coffee. Earned too? Mia grabbed the cup and dumped the coffee down the drain. Earn it. Silence. Richard was speechless, shocked. Yell or laugh? You threw my coffee away. Yep, again. He crossed his arms, calculating boss mode. Fired before? Nope. Assistants quit on you. Few, right? Irrelevant. Relevant. Realized. Assistant? No. Babysitter. Richard's mouth opened. Babysitter? CEO. Spoiled child. He clenched his jaw. Coffee. Make another. You make it. You work for me. Not barista. Richard inhaled, counting to 10, probably. Hot coffee. Expected. Billionaire. Humility. Expected. Sitting. Waiting. Richard rubbed his face, exasperated. Annoy me. Like it? Favorite sport? Mia grinned. He narrowed his eyes. Testing limits. Flattered. Used to it. Gunslingers. Standoff. Then Richard laughed. Genuine. Surprised even himself. Unbearable. You too. They stared. Strange. Richard wasn't angry. Intrigued. Coffee. Another. Please. Aha. Please. Mia smirked, victorious. Richard rolled his eyes. Thank you. Coffee now? Mia huffed, grabbed the coffee maker. Second attempt. Before handing it over, she took a sip. Richard narrowed his eyes. Checking heat? Revenge. Annoying. He sighed, took the cup, sipped. Finally. Richard Sterling relaxed. See? Good at job, Mia said. Richard raised an eyebrow. Don't overdo it. Mia smiled. Bizarre way. Understanding. Even Richard wouldn't admit it. Working for Richard Sterling, minefield. One wrong step, explosion of irritation. Mia, stepping on the biggest bomb. Morning, calm-ish, grumpy boss, rebellious assistant, hot coffee. Peace, wrong. Let's go out, Richard announced, no context. Out? Like outside? Mia frowned. Astral trip invitation? No, outdoors, meeting, coming. Why exactly? Mia asked. Work for me. Mouth open, then closed, annoying point, point still. Fine. Food at meeting? Office, not buffet. Fired, rather? Car. Richard muttered, heading for the garage. Black car, shiny, driver. Richard? Wait, you drive? Mia asked. Observant. Richard deadpanned. Rich, usually driver. Poor, usually argue with paycheck signer. No. Mia huffed, buckled up. Mr. Autopilot, carefully. Billionaires crash Bugattis like bikes. Richard ignored her. Quiet drive. Richard realized arguing with Mia, lost cause. Sterling Enterprises building, lobby, curious stares. Mia noticed. People staring. Important. Allergy attack any second? Richard shot a warning look. Stop talking about it. Walking miracle. Realized? Mia persisted. Heavy sigh. Elevator button. Compliment. Stop talking? Maybe. Compliment dependent. Richard squinted. Elevator doors open. Universe decided to have fun. Elevator halfway up. Stopped. Lights flickered. Silence. What was that? Mia asked, looking around. Elevator stopped. Dramatic pause. Richard pressed emergency button. Nothing. Frowned. Ridiculous. Company, at least. Die alone otherwise. Mia rolled her eyes. Warm welcome. Thanks. Richard leaned against wall. Talkative. Tell me. Job reason? Mia bit her lip. Money. Still need? Eyes locked. Fun now. Richard narrowed eyes. Working for me. Fun. Why? Freak out over coffee. Amuses. Don't freak out. Meltdown over cinnamon coffee. Basic right. Mia laughed. Lights back on. Elevator moved. Richard Sterling knew. Problem. Mia, problem. No intention of solving. Elevator floor reached. Richard escaped maximum security prison. Mia skipped out lottery winner. Emotional bonding moment. Boss. Emotional bonding again. Salary cut. Mia laughed. Threats. Heard before. Richard rolled eyes. Office. Ignoring surprised stares. Employees. Shocked. Woman. With Richard. Not hives. Mia. Complicate life further. Good morning, everyone. Waved to Fisher Enterprises team. Dead silence. Employees held breath. Tiger and rabbit. Same space. Richard clenched teeth. Don't interact with staff. Staff member. Boss. Don't interact with other staff. Welcoming work environment. Office. Patience dose. Hamburger comments only. Mia entered uninvited. Chair. Home. First mission? Mia asked. Be quiet. Impossible. Richard massaged temples. Coffee. Bring. Jumped up. Great. Sugar? Almond milk? Heart in foam? Just looked at her. Coffee? Black? Simple. Boring. Maya grumbled. Left. 5 minutes later. Steaming cup. Excellency. Richard took cup. Sipped. Spat it out. What is this? Mia blinked, innocent. Cinnamon? Special touch. Sophisticated flavor? Hate cinnamon. Richard snapped. No now. Trust test limits. Mia smirked. Closed eyes. Deep breath. Try again. No tricks. Boring boss. Second attempt. Richard sniffed. Sipped. Better. Mia slouched in chair, staring. Rare specimen. Suspicious look. Now what? Reflecting life. Cleaning lady to billionaire assistant, Mia said. Richard raised an eyebrow. Dramatic? Meltdown over cinnamon. Basic right, Mia said. Richard narrowed eyes. First name, salary deduction. Horrible threat, Mia said. Richard knew. Problem. Mia. Worst part? Not totally bothered. Hour later, meeting room, Sterling Enterprises executives. Fine. Richard turned to Mia. Notebook folder. Grab. Mia blinked. Notebook folder? Yes. Need now. Where? Pure disgust face. Desk. Desk. Where? Executives. Absolute silence. Richard held breath. Morning in office. Desk location unknown? Desk. No. Decoration. Mia raised finger. Gritted teeth. Folder. Get. Mia ran out. Back in 2 minutes. Triumphant. Boss. Grabbed folder. Opened. Stopped. Stared at Mia. Ended meeting abruptly. Executives gone. Folder open. Richard stood. Mia? Boss? Turned folder. This? Folder. Documents? No. Half-eaten sandwich. Gummy bears. Mia blinked. Lunch. Silence. Food in notebook folder? Later. Empty folder. Good storage. Squinted eyes. Food. Folder. Bright side. Ham and cheese smell now. Richard stood. Window. Jump? No. Deep breath. Fire or raise? Raise. Slowly turned around. Intensive training. Oh no. Oh yes, Mia realized. Job. More chaotic. Used to eccentricities. Richard Sterling. Dust freak. Touch allergy. Biological attack. Training. Unprepared. Intensive training. Worthy assistant, Richard said, arms crossed. Mia raised eyebrow. Training? Coffee with gold? Suits match mood? Richard ignored sarcasm. Huge binder. Drawer. Logan Sterling Operations Manual. Mia blinked. Incredulous. Manual? Encyclopedia of Ego? First page. Rule 1. Absolute punctuality. Never late today, Mia said. Arrived 32 seconds after. Counts. Doesn't, Mia said. Does count. Rule 2. Never touch without permission. Mia sighed. Scared cat touch reaction. Got it. Rule 3. Routine. Follow letter. Military regime, Mia said, eyes wide. 5:30 a.m. wake up. 5:45 a.m. coffee. 6 a.m. schedule review. 7 a.m. physical training. Closed binder, crossed arms. New job. Welcome. 6:05 a.m. next morning. Mia. Bench. Richard's private gym. Coffee. Weights. Olympics training. CEO or Roman gladiator? Mia asked. No answer. Sipped coffee. Training part? Sitting here. Great job doing. Routine. Write down, Richard said. Dumbbells. Grumpy face. Push-ups. Disdain look? Noted. Stopped exercise. Impatient look. Really taking notes? Mia smiled. Mentally. Rolled eyes. Lifting weights again. Miracle happened. Tripped. Richard. Coffee choke. CEO. Flawless man. Lost balance. Water bottle. Almost fell. Reflex. Mia grabbed his arm. Touch. Inevitable. Muscles against hand. Stone. Froze. Richard. Eyes widened. Pulled away. Burned. Touched me. Calm down. Falling. Face smash floor stopped, Mia said, breathing deeply. Staring at arm. Acid hit. Reaction this time? Nothing happened. Arm watched closely. Nothing. Marks. Itching. This doesn't make sense, Richard murmured. Mia smiled. Antidote. Glared. Not funny. Funny. Tested, Mia said, eyebrow raised. Tested? Lab coat scientists? Extended arm. Touch me. Eyes widened. Serious? Touch arm. Confirm. Hesitant step. Fingertip to arm. Nothing. Richard Sterling. Allergy to women. No reaction. Mia smiled. Protective charm. Clenched jaw. Doesn't make sense. Snapped fingers. Maybe it does. Falling for me. Blinked. Shocked. What? Movie. Grumpy CEO, can't touch anyone. Chaotic assistant. Bam. Allergy gone. Rolled eyes. Feelings. Nothing to do. Science. Or love, Mia said. Sighed. Let's work. Office. Annoying thought. Richard. What if she was right? 2 hours later. Work done? No. Mia. Report. Medieval spell, Mia said. Richard looked up. Read? Read. Yes. Read this thing? No. Sighed. Company merger? Shook head. Blah, blah, blah. Money, money, money. Summary done. Bored look. Valid summary? No. Thumbs up. Sums it up well. Phone rang. Answered. Yes, company assistant replied. Mr. Sterling, business dinner confirmed tonight. Clenched teeth. Great. Looked at Mia. Coming with me. Blinked. Business dinner? Fork etiquette? 0. Smiled. Learn quickly. Eyes widened. Richard decided. No way out. Luxury car. Life choices rethinking. Mia. Billionaire. Problems. Fake fancy etiquette. Didn't think. Richard driving sighed. Sit. Don't spill. Too much? Rolled eyes. Looked at him. Laughed. Consolation. Look really good. Frowned. Business dinner. Runway show? No. Smiled. Always charming. Practice. Huffed. Dinner. Disaster feeling. Right. Disaster. Mia. Business dinner. Biggest company mess. 5-star restaurant. Golden glow. Chandeliers. Waiters gliding. Trained dancers. Luxury sophistication. Mia. Out of place. Dress adjusted. Richard sent. Blunt note. Wear this. Don't embarrass me. Orders like that? Silk dress fix clumsy? Rethink approach. Richard stopped car. Restaurant entrance. Got out. Attention attracted. Men in suits usually. Richard Sterling. Intimidating presence. Got out car. Sophisticated look attempt. Tripped on heel. Almost fell. Red carpet. Richard grabbed arm. Last second. Impatient look. Walk. Gravity challenge? No. Shoes. Torture design. Walking fine otherwise, Mia said. Sighed. Led her inside. Ignoring greetings. Main dining area. Table reserved. Two businessmen. Blonde woman. Fashion magazine. Ex-girlfriend of Richard. Pulled out chair. Mia off guard. Gentlemen, whispered. Don't get used to it, Richard replied. Businessmen conversation, numbers, mergers, financial projections, Mia anywhere else. Serious, attentive expression. Staring at silverware. Salad fork, dinner fork, soup spoon, fish knife. Survival fork? No. Dishes arrived. Panic. Mia. Strange soup. Expensive paint puddle. Wrong spoon. Realized late. Cover-up attempt. Richard murmured. No look. Wrong spoon. Back of head eyes? No. Wrongdoer type? No. Mia grimaced. Switched spoons. Dinner continued. Quiet Mia attempt. Businessman looked at her. Miss Rodriguez? Working with Mr. Sterling? Elegant blonde. Ex-girlfriend. Raised eyebrow. Answer waiting. Mia smiled. Dream. Richard stopped whine. Danger look. Dream? Interrogated all time. Judgmental looks. Stoneheart boss. Mia continued. Richard clenched jaw. Blonde laughed, quietly. Realistic. Businessmen laughed, enjoying. Richard, not amused, wine glass, long sip, leaning towards her. Contract review, back at office, remind me. Mia smiled. Run away before, remind me. Amusement flicker, eyes. Serious tone returned. Waiter, new dish. Mia relaxed. Finally, sauce spilled, white tablecloth, deadly silence. Businessman stared. Richard's ex looked. Waiter froze. Richard widened eyes. Rare artifact destroyed. You! Explain, no. Accident. Walking disaster. Richard snapped. Grabbed napkin. Clean sauce. Knocked over businessman's wine glass. Spilled. Suit. Businessman gasped. Richard closed eyes. God's patience asking. Mia froze. Run for life. Richard's ex laughed openly. Real gem, Richard. Chaos match found. Out of patience, napkin thrown table. Stood up. Let's go. Mia followed, running. Shark-infested lake avoided. Car. Richard deep breath. Calm down attempt. Unbelievable. Bright side. No one died. Reputation? Yes. Mia said. Respected, insufferable billionaire. Still. Rubbed temples. Assistant idea. Reconsider. Smiled. Magic touch lose then. Only I have. Sideways glance. Annoyed. Unable to argue. Company building arrived. Parked. Silent moment. Careful. Need to be, Richard said. Relax. Need to, Mia said. Don't relax, Richard said. Problem maybe. Mia got out car, before response, leaving Richard Sterling. New annoying thought. Despite everything, enjoyed night more than business dinners? Worse. Stop looking at her? Couldn't. Mistakes handled well? No. Richard Sterling. Tolerated? No. Mia Rodriguez entered life. Mistakes followed. Curse. Business dinner disaster. Stop thinking about disastrous, reckless, annoyingly unpredictable Mia? No. Firing her? No longer viable option. Bothered him deeply. Next morning. Office. Decision reconsider. Richard arrived, before chair settling. Door slammed open. Good morning, boss. Closed eyes. Composure maintain. Richard. Don't call me boss. Boss. But you are. Mistake fixable. Mia flashed smile. Coffee cup, desk place, suspicious look. Richard. Poison? Kill you? Creative something. Hesitated, picked up cup, sipped, disgusted face. What hell is this? Coffee with milk and sugar, Mia said. Cup set far away. Black coffee. Drink. Relax a little, Mia said. Stop acting amusement park. Need. Rolled eyes. Flopped chair. Come on, boss. Day mission? Never say boss again. First, second, mission. Leave me alone. Impossible. Contract torment you daily, Mia said. Richard sighed, exhausted. Job badly want. Today, important event. Coming. Blinked, surprised. Important event? Rich people cocktail, boring conference sleep middle. Neither. Charity auction. Cool. Free food champagne, Mia said. Food, no. Observe, learn. Doubt it. Free food always find way, Mia said. Rubbed temples. Why still insisting this? Irresistible, Mia said. Ignored her. Decent something, wear, decent clothes? Okay, Mia said. Eyebrow, raise, doubtful. Appropriate, provide. Dress me up doll again, Mia said. Janitor dressed, show up, if up to you. Uniform dignified. Thank you, Mia said. Sighed again. Richard. Got up, phone grabbed. Ready by 7 tonight. Late don't be. Late? Fire? No. Street leave you on, Richard said. Smiled. Can't wait. Evening arrived. Mirror front. Dress analyzing. Mia. Richard sent. Elegant, sophisticated style. Expensive for toilet scrubber. Spun around. Fabric admiring. Okay, admit it. Good taste. Problem. Heels. 2 hours more than ankle break soon. Horn sound echoed. Hotel front. Here we go. Chair auction. Luxurious hall. Round tables. Main stage. Socialites parade. Jewelry showing off. Mia. Out of place. Stepped in moment. Richard walked beside. Perfect posture. Acquaintances subtle nods. Mia. Not trip. Breathe. Don't mess up. Murmured. Richard glanced sideways. Night without destroying anything manage. Win. Such faith in me, Mia said. Worst expect learned. Before response. Well-dressed man approached Richard. Good to see you, Mr. Bradford. Investor clearly. Looked at Mia. Smiled politely. Lovely young lady. Who? Richard hesitated. Assistant? Bradford raised eyebrow. Just an assistant? Mia flashed wide smile. Hired me. Only woman touch him meltdown having without. Awkward silence. Bradford blinked, confused. Excuse me? Richard closed eyes, exhausted. Ignore her. True, though, Mia continued. Weird allergy. Bradford confused more. Fascinating. Walking miracle, isn't it? Mia smiled. Richard grabbed her arm, pulled aside gently. Stop talking. Helping truth spread why? Only things spreading embarrassment, Richard said. Grateful should be. Cleaning department back to send. Protective gear full needing without touch you anyone then wouldn't have. Richard rolled eyes. Auction started soon. Richard attention paid bids. Mia tried not doze off. Rare diamond necklace announced. Wealthy bidding intense. Bet should we? Mia whispered. No, Richard said. Just for fun. No. Paddle raise what if. People reaction see just two, Mia said. Richard gave deadly stare. Hand raise you if. Events kitchen work you make swear. Laughed. Okay, no bets. Night end. Richard satisfied. Investment securing. Mia just wanted shoes off. Car got into moment. Sighed dramatically. Well, did I do? Talk too much, Richard said. Compliment? Mia asked. Observation. No. Smiled. Fun had bet you. No answer. Richard. Deny couldn't. Richard Sterling. Social events, patience, much no. Time waste considered. Ridiculous show. Millionaire's influence power more had Husi competed. Night. Something unexpected. Table sitting, wine glass hand, watched Mia Rodriguez. Heels balance. Olympic survival competition. Sophisticated look determined. Wrong something before time matter only knew. Quiet awfully you're, Mia murmured beside him. Talking too much you're, Richard said. Rolled eyes. Grabbed champagne glass. Table. Relax. Learn should you. Embarrass boss public events not learn should you. Class elegance picture been I've night all, Mia said. Appetizers tray knocking over almost mean you elegance class if. Flawless you were, Richard said. Cheeky smile flashed. Fun little had you admit to have. Richard didn't answer. Main stage attention focused instead. Master of Ceremonies special auction announcing. Ladies and gentlemen, evening most anticipated items one reached now we've Mr. Richard Sterling private dinner A. Mia nearly choked champagne. What did he say? Richard froze. Agreeing to this, remembered didn't. What hell is going on? Mia struggled laugh from keep. Host continued. Private dinner benefits hype up. Country's most influential billionaires won with. Worry don't Logan, Mia teased. Rich ladies many sure I'm. Close up you see just a fortune pay will. Deadly look shot her. Paddle raise you if. Fire aisle, Richard said. Cruel so, Mia said. Teasing keep before. Loud, confident voice echoed room across. 200,000. Room went silent. Everyone turned bid from came where see. Mia. Second took. Happening what process to? Woman. Bid place just had who? Samantha Sinclair. Richard's ex-girlfriend. Eyes look by and... Bid just wasn't this. War declaration. Richard expression neutral kept. Mia noticed fingers tighten. Table edge on. Ex really wants by you, Mia whispered. Quiet, Richard said. Master of ceremonies clearly excited. Outrageous bid. Sold to Miss Sinclair, gavel slam. Room applause erupted. Excited whispers. Richard, other hand, disappear wanted just. Nightmare be going to this is. Mia tried hold back laugh. Bright side look. $200,000 worth leased year. Completely ignored her. Later night. Office returned. Richard and Mia. Bad mood still. Come, shouldn't have I. Planned she think to you? Richard let out humorless laugh. Reason without anything never Sinclair Samantha does. Mia flopped office sofa onto, shoes kicking off, medieval torture device getting rid like. Anything break didn't least I. Richard ran hand face over. Along come you let shouldn't have I. Kidding are you? Life best night was this, Mia said. Humor twisted have you. Sofa unadjusted herself, arms crossed. Now due to going to what are you so? Richard quiet moment for was. Stop mess hole this make how figure out I now. New Mia around with, simple that ever be would nothing. Day after chaotic dinner, Richard Sterling. Upset then more. Paced back and forth office in. Mentally night before from detail every overgoing. Planned as went nothing. Worse. Samantha interested now. Mia touch could fact. Problem. Problem solve needed. Bigger got before. Office carpet out wearing your pacing all that from. Mia commented. Door against leaning, coffee cup holding. Richard stopped. Shot sharp look her. You me. Yeah, you, Mia said. Sipped coffee, unfazed completely. Glad noticed your eye. Second for here I'm. Invisible I was thought. Ignored sarcasm, arms crossed. Talk serious have to need we. Mia raised eyebrow. Oh ho, lecture comes here. Lecture not it's, proposal it's, Richard said. Frowned. Work proposals accept, don't I? Billionaires outstressed from. Richard deep breath took. Patience keep trying to. Mia, allergic reaction causing without touch, can you why understand to need I? Again with this, Mia said. Yes. Answer get to way best decided I've. Test doing bias, narrowed eyes, scary sound tests. Dissected be going, not your. Thinking you're what that's if, Richard said. Relief a what? Help me to have will you, but... Mia crossed arms. Get, I do what an, eyebrow raised. Money want you. Time off one eye, Mia said, blinked. What if, guinea pig official your be to have I if, off time, weekly one eye. Looked at her moment for, then sigh. Deal, Mia smiled, victorious. Great, first test, what so? Hesitated, second for, answering before. Touch me, widened eyes. What? Come on, arm touch just. Suspiciously looked at him. Mia, trick fire me to trick like sounds this. Do it just, Richard said. Rolled eyes, reached out, but gently, arm on hand placed. Silence. Richard furrowed brow. Allergic reaction feel waiting to, but like before. Nothing happened. Itching, no. Redness, no. Symptoms, no. Pulled arm back. Happening what process, trying as if. Knew nothing, right? Mia asked. Nothing, Richard said. Okay. Test first passed, guess I so. Now lunch have go, can we? Ignored comment. Walked away. Thought deep in. More times this test to need we, Richard murmured. Random touch assistant your bee to job new my basically so. Mia aside said. If necessary, yes, Richard said. Laughed, shaking head. Mia. Unbelievable, you're... Before said, you've that, Richard said, saying keep aisle and... Silent, both were. Moment boom, for. Then Richard looked at her, serious expression. Samantha, if... Investigate to tries anyone else or... Me tell you... Mia raised eyebrow. Want she does what? Don't know I. Interested she how like don't I, but... Shrugged. Dinner's awkward more deal to have, don't I, as long as... In I'm. Richard relaxed little. Great. Office of Outget now. Polite so, Isabella. Mia laughed. Exaggerated wave gave. Boss okay. Room left, she as soon as. Richard sighed. Sense make didn't still. Figure out would he but. Matter what, no. Hours later. Cafeteria buildings in was Mia. Message through came. Phone on. Office my to come now. Furrowed brow. Mia. Here we go again. Room walked into she when. Paper piece holding standing was Richard. Now it is what? Mia asked. Tonight event on have we, Richard said. Blinked. What? Gala charity A. Coming your, Richard said. Eyes widened. What? Wait. Choice I have, don't you? Richard crossed arms. Choice, of course I do, Mia said. Don't you, Richard said. Frowned. Why? There me need you do why? Samantha be will Samantha because, Richard said. Oh, so that's it. Shield human, you're as go me want you. Shield human, you're as go to want you, Mia said. Want you, Mia said. Shield human, you're as go to want you, Mia said. Want you, Mia said. Shield human, you're as go to want you, Mia said. Call it you want, whatever call it, Richard said. Rubbed temples. Mia. Nightmare A is this. Deal to going your an, Richard said. Sighed. Where to suppose it I am what and? Envelope pulled. Richard. Des from her to handed. Invitation and saw envelope opened. Dress shop expensive and from card A. Bribe A this is, Mia asked. Investment and it's disaster like looking up show don't you so, Richard said. Face a maid. Skills social you're on work to need really you. Arguing stop to need you and, Richard said. Rolled eyes. Mia. Fine, whatever. Go all. Fancy some of entrance at again fall I if but. Fault your its. Ignored comment. Richard. Work to back went. Late B don't ate at you see. Sighed. Mia. Office left. Kidnapping corporate is this. Gala any just be wouldn't this knew she but. Deep down, suspect starting was she and. Richard Sterling knew too that. Luxury dress shop. Universe different like felt. Mia. Year A for rent her of equivalent cost that clothes of racks among comfortable felt who person of type wasn't. Elegant saleswoman. Magazine fashion of outstepped like looked who. Isabella looked up and down. Someone, like, how about confused clearly? Store this from cart shopping, a gotten had her like. Montera miss, you for options few outpicked has Sterling mister? Mia raised eyebrow. Out them picked he. Sophisticated something wanted he clear made he. Gala for appropriate and, saleswoman said. Sighed. Boring tight dress imagining already. Breathe even to able be wouldn't she that. Saleswoman dresses 3 brought. Plain 2 but elegant 1 first. Movie Princess Disney about something like looked second. Eyes widened Mia. Dress satin black saw she as. Details sparkling and cut sophisticated a with. Bad so not when this is okay, Mia said. Favorite Sterling misters one it's, saleswoman said. Rolled eyes she. Is it course of? Perfectly fit at realizing and on it trying after. Fate accepting aside Isabella. Won this with go will fine. Ready was she once. Event to car A took. Gala was held ballroom. Movie of out something like looked. Chandeliers huge. Impeccably dressed people. Champagne glasses with by walking waiters and out of place feeling around looked she. Here be, shouldn't I? Muttered. Turning around about thinking even before. Presence felt she. Next to her. Late your, Richard Sterling said. Tone disapproving, usual his. Turned face to Mia. Breathing stopped almost and. Flawless looked he. Presence imposing his highlighted that suit black tailored perfectly a Ian dressed. Speechless moment for was she. Snapped out of it then. Slave time I'm that contract signed to forgot I sorry oh. Raised eyebrow. Today annoying particularly your. Smile forced. Thanks. Response could Richard before. Voice feminine came, them behind from. Darling Logan. Turned both. Samantha Logan's ex. Interest with smiling. Samantha, Richard replied. Neutral expression his. Woman's eyes Mia scanned. Towed ahead from. Tonight company brought you. Scrutinizing gaze woman other, under uncomfortable felt Isabella. Here be to wanted didn't I believe me, Mia murmured. Samantha chuckled lightly. Place your know you least at well. Eyes widened Isabella's. What? Hand out of things got before, interrupted Logan. Assistant Mai is this Samantha, Rodriguez Mia. Assistant, Samantha repeated, surprised visibly. Arms crossed Isabella. Shocked seem everyone does why. Outfind they when. Assistant like look don't you because, Samantha replied. Smug smile a with. Sharp retort with back snap could Isabella before. Arm her touched lightly Logan. Her ignore. Murmured. Subtle touch a was it. Imperceptible almost. Attention Samantha's catch to enough but. Eyes narrowed woman. True, it's so. Tensed Logan. What? Samantha smiled. Her touch can really you. Fascinating is this. Silence. Confused, Logan looked at Isabella. Now contest sort some this is. Leaned slightly Samantha. Logan toward. Darling, fascinating is this. Closely more this into look should really eye. Clenched jaw Logan. Start, don't Samantha. Pleased, smiled woman. Skin. His under getting for. Anything start, never I Samantha. Finish always I know you but. Guests other greeting away walking before Isabella look last one shot she. Woman, unbearable and what? Mia muttered. Sighed Logan. Easy be wouldn't gala this told I. Rolled eyes she. Hard not its gala of because. Face and punch a deserve who people attracting for talent. Special a have you because hard. It's tired sigh a let out he. Person. Civilized a like act to try just please can you. No, I'm and, Mia said. Mood improved to champagne of glass a need maybe I will. Stop. Could Logan before. Waiter passing a from glass a grabbed Isabella. Sip. Biga took and rubbed temples he. Badly end to going is this, smiled Isabella. Bad of definition you're on depends. Night on went. Conversations unnecessary avoid to trying Logan with. Opposite did Isabella while, met she everyone with chatting. Businessman one to talking distracted while then. Dress her of hem unstepped accidentally Isabella. Tripped and fall could she before. Waist by firmly her grabbed Logan. Happen. To going was this new eye. Murmured. Blinked. Face his from inches few just to me. Reflexes good boss. Disaster your, Richard said. Spontaneous word prefer I, Mia said. Moment for there stood they. Necessary, then longer. Heart, race her felt Isabella. Little a. Let her go soon, Logan, but throat cleared and together pull yourself. Dress adjusted she, smiled, and opera sopa was that admit aisle. Away carried, get don't, Richard said. Hall into back went them of two. Night with continued and uneasy was Logan, but events like it comfortable felt never he. Different was time, this but. Eyes off Isabella take couldn't he time this. Problem A was that and about due to what idea no had he and gala after day. Strange feeling with up woke Isabella. Tiredness nor regret wasn't it. Drunk had she champagne glasses for. Different something was it. Named to want didn't she something. Office Logan's to walked she as. Nervous was she realized she. Joke a bee to had that nervous she. Deep breath took. Walked in and desk behind was Logan. Always as. Papers of stack A on focused and dressed impeccably. Saw her and up looked he when but. Gaze his through past something. Subtle was it but. There was it. Boss morning good. Casual tone keep trying, said she. Late your. Emotionless replied he. Rolled eyes she. Chair into popped and him front of in. Minute one by. Money is time. Life of second every count I. Richard said. Huffed she. Right miss. Folder closed. Desk on fingers crossed. Gala the after are you how? Blinked. Okay, I'm if asking you are. It to used get don't. Richard said. Smiled. Great, I'm at seeing everyone and hall of middle and falling almost from a side well. Moment for face her studied he. Responding before. Job good did you. Eyes widened her. Compliment A that was wait. Observation on was it, Richard said. Compliment A as it take aisle, Mia said. Head shook just he. Silence of moment A was there. Them between. Uncomfortable, wasn't it, but contrary the on. Time same at natural and strange, was it? Door office then. Rushed in suit A and man and opened. Problem A have we, Sterling Mr. Boredom with him looked at Logan. Problem of kind what? Terms renegotiate to wants yesterday met we investor. The man said, sighed Logan. Stood up and, great, it of care take I'll. Isabella looked at. Me with coming your... Eyes widened her. Why? Said I, because, Richard said. Huffed she. Him followed and stood up, but... Tiring and long was meeting. New conditions imposed tried investor. Coldness, usual his with Logan, but in give didn't all at. Silence in all watched Isabella, impressed. Hour more than after. Sent single losing without negotiation wrapped up Logan. Room meeting left they when. Heart a have don't really you. Mia whistled. Looked at her. Thanks. Compliment I wasn't that, Mia said. Ignored her. Walking kept and lunch have let. Together, Mia said. Yes, Richard said. Date A this is. Walking stopped. Boredom with her looked at and. Talking keep you if. Cancel I'll, laughed she. Jokes more no boss okay. Building left both they. Quieter restaurant A2 went and table at sitting. Odd something noticed Isabella. Relaxed was Logan. Tie off took even. Rare event A was this. Begin, so she. Reaction allergic having without woman, any touch to managed never really you. Answering before moment for glass wine his stared at he. No, Richard said. One only were you. Special I mean that does, Mia said. Excited to get don't, Richard said. Smiled she. Something means this maybe that thought ever have you but. Eyebrow and raised he. Like what? Shrugged she. Something tell to trying is body or maybe. No, don't I maybe. Eyebrow and raised he. Expert psychology a year now, laughed she. Exactly, physical isn't allergy or maybe saying just I'm. Respond right away didn't Logan. Mind his in ringing kept thought that but. Smoothly surprising went lunch. Silly summit laughed. Talked. They... Transaction business A was it like second. Every analyzing wasn't Logan time first for an office return they when. Changing was something like felt Isabella. Knew it too Logan and night that. Apartment his in was he while. Reports some overbent. Head of outseen one get couldn't. Lunch at laughed Isabella way the. Fingerprints leaving was she realizing without glass held she weigh the. Teased him she when eyes in look the. Sighed, temples rubbed and problem A was this. Problem big A. Her about thinking B shouldn't he. Late too was it but. Back turning no was there and involved already he was. Followed days. Mess a were. Logan Sterling for. Everything over control had always who man he. Feelings own his in loss himself found now. Isabella looked at time every. Halls through echoing laughter her heard time every. Twisted him inside something. Hated he that and bad was it because not but. Unknown was it because. Emotions intense such would deal to had never he. Strong. So something feel to himself allowed never. Here he was now but. Track off completely billionaire A. Control couldn't he thing won and lost. Heart own his. Feelings was feeling she what Hyde try to hand other on Isabella. Easygoing always been had she. Lightly, life-taking always. Everything messed up had Logan somehow, but. Second, every him thinking herself found she. Details small noticing. Concentrating was he when brow furrowed. He how, like her to spoke he when softer sounded voice his how. Lovin' was she. Admit to afraid was she but. Night that. Office his of balcony on was Logan. Horizon on flashing lights. Him before outstretched city. Sip a taken even hadn't but hand his in whiskey of glass a held. Away far was mind his. Thoughts and lost. Organize couldn't he. Footsteps heard he when that's and. Him behind. Now work from away running you are, joked Isabella. Railing against leaning, him beside, sigh a let out he. Think to time some needed eye. Raised eyebrow, she. You suit doesn't this. Due to what knows always, who guy the your. Her looked at Logan. Words for loss a at was he moment for and. Hair loose her teasel wind was. Breath catch him made that way a in face her on shining were light city and. No, don't I time this what if, murmured he. Frowned she. Mean you do what? Second for eyes closed he. Sigh longa out letting before. Weakness A were feelings that believing life whole my spent I. Avoid to something was attachment that. But you. Frustrated as if head shook he. That of all destroyed you. raced heart Isabella's. Logan! Face her face to turned he, intense expression his. Push away it tried to, ignore it tried I, but any more can't I. Have I thought every in your routine my of part every in. Did it how no, don't I? But did it. You with love and completely I'm. Heavy became them between air. Chest of out jump heart her felt Isabella. Words, those here she'd imagined never she. Same way felt she, truth was but. Same the feel I. Whisper a almost voice her, said she. Deal bigger wasn't it like act to tried I. Avoid it tried I. But is it, are you? Hesitate didn't he. Firm step a with, close her pulled he. Her kissed and, kiss intense and was it. Long so for in holding been both, had they everything full of. Disappear might she afraid if as face her cued gently Logan. Hair his through fingers her ran Isabella. Certainty and urgency feeling, moment that in, away pulled they when. Hers on fix, still were eyes Logan's. Any more this fight to want, don't I? Smiled she. Then doubt. Didn't he and lives there both of best there were months following. Together were they now that. Lighter, easier felt everything. Perfectionist and demanding same still was Logan. Isabella with but. Relaxed he. Jokes made more smiled. Deny to tried he if even. Importantly most, and feelings his avoided longer know he. Before unthinkable being have would that moment's sharing began they. Office at together breakfast, A. City around walks night late. Movies watching nights quiet. Simple moments, everything meant that one's but. Dinner, romantic one then. Step. Next take to time was it decided Logan. Perfect was night the candles by only lit. Private was restaurant. Them for just table secluded was there, and regular date another just was it thought Isabella. Differently acting was Logan noticed she until. Nervous seemed he. Okay, everything is, asked she, head tilting. Breath deep a took he, hand her took, and changed has everything life my into came you since Isabella. Changed I've, did never I way in world see me made you vay? Want I what exactly know I time first for and raced heart her, eyes wide her affront and so. Pocket from box velvet o pulled Logan, mouth to hands her put Isabella. Marry me you will. Warning without come tears felt she. You with life of rest the spend to want I Logan. Sincere and low voice his continued. You with laugh to want I. You with argue to want I. Can only you weigh the life my up messing keep you want I. You love I 'cause that of all want I. Tears her through laugh I let out she. Me with argue to want you saying you marrying me to ask just you. Smiled he. Anyway happened to going to its no I because yes. Nodded and emotional laughed she. Yes, course of yes. Smiled Logan. Kiss A into her pulling before finger her on to ring the slid and applause in erupted restaurant whole the later months. Day sunny A on. Place took wedding thee. Lights of full garden blooming A was venue. Overdone, not but decorations elegant and just wanted Isabella way the lies of bouquet a holding aisle down walked she when. Speechless was Logan. Perfect stunning looked she. Be too meant was it where exactly was everything like felt he time first for and beautiful look you, murmured he. Him reached she when. Before that said you've, smiled she. Ceremony the began official and eye of blink A and happened everything. Wife be to Montero Isabella take you do Sterling Logan. Hand her held firmly he. Do I. Husband be to Sterling wish her take you do Montero Isabella. Smiled she. Yes. Wife and husband you pronounce now I then. Applauded guests as kiss passionate A into her pulled Logan and closeness avoiding life whole his spent who CEO billionaire the how that's an sense make finally to life for missing was what exactly B can it all above but unexpected B can love sometimes that discovering and married getting love in falling ended up.